ABC 10 News starts now with breaking news.
Press conference about to get underway. Breaking news here. Multiple people injured as a car reportedly ran up onto a sidewalk downtown. And we're going to start with that breaking news. Multiple people injured. A car reportedly ran on the sidewalk downtown. One person in custody. And we have several crews fanned out covering this. We want to get right to reporter Jennifer Kastner, who just got an update from police. Jennifer.
Yeah, this was just about 2 or 3 minutes ago. We have the police chief here, the fire chief, we've got the mayor, all briefing reporters on what happened. An absolutely horrible crash, multiple people dead. I'm going to step out of the shot so you can see what's going on behind me. All of this happening under the San Diego City College Bridge. We've got at least 20 police vehicles back there. An investigation is underway. As I said, multiple casualties. What we know right now is that 3 are reportedly dead, reported dead on scene. And then a total of 4 other patients transported to area hospitals. We're being told that around 9 a.m., multiple calls came in of 911. Officers say that they came here and saw multiple people down, and then a driver was reportedly detained for driving while impaired. He did give his identity to authorities. And then several minutes right before, there was also a radio call that matched a description of a vehicle out of the Chula Vista Police Department's jurisdiction. More being looked into with all of that. But the driver, the detained driver, 71 years old, apparently he stopped after the accident and actually tried to get out and render aid to some of those who were involved. As far as we know right now from authorities, that vehicle went up onto the sidewalk and hit multiple people on the sidewalk. The descriptions of those who were affected by this are still unknown at this time, if they were a homeless population here or not. And right now this is apparently switching over to a criminal investigation. Again, authorities are briefing reporters at this moment. We're going to get more information in the next few minutes and come back to you in the 11:30 part of the newscast. Reporting from downtown, Jennifer Kastner, ABC 10 News.
Information here evolving. We're starting to hear from witnesses. One person telling us that this man was speeding, that it was a nightmare as it was described. One of the victims describing the scene like that, and he was lucky enough to escape without any major injuries, but you get a sense of how quickly this all unfolded. ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell now joining us live from the scene. And Marie, been a chaotic morning there.
And Jim, from the moment we got here, just to set the scene a little bit for you, there are a number of patrol cars that have blocked this area. We also see fire trucks. There are about 3 police lines that are divided into 3 sections over here. At one point, we did see police officers walking a group from inside of that tunnel to this section. We spoke to one of the witnesses who actually talks about the moment that right before he was hit.
No, I was the last one to get hit by the car before he pulled off, because he at least three tenths. He took me at least 20 feet. You know, I was riding on the front of the car, and I'm like looking back, like, are you ever gonna stop? And he didn't stop.
As I mentioned, that guy we talked to was hurt. He had a cut on his leg. He was checked out and released. Witnesses tell us there were about 20 people inside of the tunnel during the time of this crash. They say many of them were either asleep or just getting up for the day. These witnesses also say after the crash, the driver seemed shocked. You're looking at video now. At one point, a man that was part of this group that was inside of the tunnel, he started yelling at a guy who was walking with police, getting very vocal, so much that officers had to move towards that area. At this point, it is unclear as to how that man is involved in this situation. But again, these witnesses say this was just a traumatic experience, you know, seeing this car drive towards them and now seeing the aftermath. And at this point, they don't know the conditions of the individuals that they were with inside of the tunnel, how they're doing. So just definitely a traumatic experience for them and very chaotic, even standing from outside of the police tape. We're live from downtown. Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
Marie, thank you so much. And at the top of the show, we showed you that press conference moments ago. SDPD Chief David Nislight giving us an update. Let's listen to some of that now.
Much like fire personnel we started receiving multiple 911 calls just after 9 o'clock this morning of a crash in the 1500 block of B Street. Officers got there and saw multiple people down, multiple people struck by a vehicle, as Chief Stoll just mentioned. While we were there, officers detained the driver of the vehicle involved in this collision. He self-identified himself, and at this moment he is being detained for driving while impaired. This investigation will obviously continue. As with any casualty type of an accident, vehicle accident, our Accident Investigation Bureau will be out here. For those, we're going to ask you to please stay out of the area. This roadway will be closed for mostly the remainder of the day as our team continues into the investigation. But to those families that have passed, my deepest condolences. And as far as the driver, he is being investigated for driving while impaired, and that will be handled by our units right now.
All right, that's the first time I think we've heard that he was driving or being investigated for driving while impaired. Very quickly, I want to give you a better idea of where this happened. A map is here on your left, and on the right is Sky 10 right overhead. Now, police saying the crash happened at 1400 B Street. As you saw, that's where that tunnel runs right along the San Diego Community College campus. Still sorting through the details here, but we know that some victims were taken to UCSD Hospital in Hillcrest. ABC 10 News reporter Leah Pizzetti joins us there live. And Leah, what can you tell us?
Right, yeah, as we just heard Jen say, we do know there are 4 people being treated at various hospitals around San Diego right now. I am currently at UC San Diego here in Hillcrest, and we have been told there are multiple victims here being treated. A spokesperson tells me they're unable to tell us the status of these people, but we do know there are 2 people being treated here at UC San Diego in Hillcrest. Now, a spokesperson for Scripps tells me there's another 1 victim at Scripps Mercy San Diego nearby. That is an adult male. They're also unable to tell us how that man is doing right now. So we know that across town, hospitals are coming together to treat the survivors of this crash. And of course, we are going to look to figure out exactly how these people are doing. The status is unknown, but we do know multiple people are being treated from this crash around town today. Reporting live in Hillcrest, Leah Pizzetti, ABC 10 News.
Leah, thank you. And as we heard near the top, tragically, some 3 people have been killed in this incident, and we're going to continue to monitor the situation, bring you more updates throughout the program. In the meantime, you can get more details on this story on our free 10 News smartphone app, and we're going to be right back after this short break.